Yo, it's crypto blood, Detroit flow, screaming from the D, knowing what to show. Indicators are on point, OG since 12, invested in trade, living life like a pro. I'm Rucker, Jerry, it's just bloods do. Bad motherfucker in a good way, boo. Got my eyes on the charts, ain't no time to sleep. Get that money, gotta keep it creep. That's why crypto blood, just the toasters on the line. Stacking my coin, got the market on my mind. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum too. Cash is king, but I'm looking for a new move. I know the culture of the markets like the streets. Got my finger on the pulse, can't nobody beat. I see the trends, I see the flow. Got my strategies in place, you know.
Stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Since I was born, been stacking my coin. These niggas pop, my money keep growing. Your girl is a dot, she all on my groin. She blowing my horn, we fuck like porn. These rappers is whack, they lyrics is corn. I'm getting this money, it never get born. I'm loading my strap, they calling law. Fuck around and get clapped for running your jaw. If it ain't about the dollars, then it don't make sense. Y'all be sipping brown water, but it ain't from Flint. Trying to chase all this bread, though the shit won't last. About to shut the city down like a crypto crash. Stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks! We'll do it live. Okay.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! It's Santa Blood. Sounds like a city in California somewhere. Santa Blood, California, live and direct. I'm streaming this live and direct from Santa Blood, California. Not Santa Cruz, but Santa Blood. Lasers go pew pew in the building. Get the neck. You already know, man. Classic track there. Miss my guys, Hooli Gang. I wonder what they're up to nowadays out of New York. Prospector in the building. What's going on? What's the dealio? We're going to get into the trades. Let's pull up the scene really quickly. Got to pull up the scene for you real quick. Bloodalytics.com is the place to go and get yourself that Scalpalytics Pro. That's what we use on these live streams. Every live stream. Typically, you know, since I've been trading at, or streaming, I should say, at 11, I haven't been able to give you as many trades during the live sessions. But hey, you'll see what trades have been triggered. If we're not seeing any trades during the live session, you should definitely see some of the trades at or around 9 o'clock, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Just want to tell you guys, this is the best time to trade during the week with Scalpalytics Pro. That pocket of like 8 to 9:30, 10 o'clock is your golden pocket for placing excellent trades with Scalpalytics Pro. So coming out of the weekend, you know, many times you don't have that. It's a little wonky. But as you can see, here's the Eurozone right here on this morning at 3:30 a.m. this morning. It wouldn't have been in the trade unless you took the trade back here. But again, I wouldn't have even taken that trade. I don't even count that. That's a nice long though. If you want to be persistent and go back and forth and figure it out, then you can. But the higher the accuracy comes in play when you trade around that golden pocket, typically of 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. looking for trades. Okay, looking for trades at that point normally. So just letting you guys know, I'll be doing a live AMA tonight for Scalpalytics Pro, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. It'll be a late stream. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Not moving to Cali for nothing. I don't even know if I'll even visit. Now, I love Cali, man, but it's been ruined by Newscom. We got JR in the building. Good morning to you, my friend. So this morning, trades are choppy, man. Not even gonna hold you up. Nothing really on the table. I mean, we're in a long right now with Ethereum. So, and that entry just happened, but we've been going back and forth this morning with Ethereum. This is a holiday week. Typically it's going to be rough trading holiday week. A lot of people aren't there, especially Wall Street. So it's going to be chop suey. Be careful, trade light. Don't go overboard with it this week. And let the chips fall where they may. But we'll go ahead and place this trade at least for Ethereum. Let's pull that up really quickly. Let's go ahead and place that trade before it runs away. All right, so let's get into this trade. Get me into this trade real quick. Bada boom, bada bing. We're in it long, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I added to my long. We were already in a long over on BYDFi. I added to this long. So my dollar cost came up a little bit. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and close because this long was from, I think, over the weekend. I'm going to go ahead and close this so we can visually see what's going on here. So I'm going to close this long I had open. Okay. Take the 900 and I'm going to reopen right now so you guys can see exactly where I'll do about 55K on this long for Ethereum. And then we'll go ahead. Always put your trading stop losses in immediately after getting into a trade. Okay, so this will be around 30, 34. So I'm going to copy that off TradingView and put that in here really quickly. And you always want to give some buffer because remember, like we saw last week, it was a perfect example of the markets running into our stop loss, but then going the opposite way. Let me see if I can show that again from last week. I think we were trading Ethereum as well. Maybe it wasn't Ethereum. It was one of those trades where it ran into it, but it did not trigger the actual reversal or the stop loss. So you got to give a nice buffer above or below that trade. So in this case, with the long here, you want to give it enough buffer. So you really want to place that stop loss probably like 0.1% below even where the line is on the chart. If you're using Scalpalytics Pro, you want to put that line like about right here just to give it some room because it may, within one candle, it may bleed into that line and then bounce back up. It may punch into it and then bounce back up. So you just got to give it some room to breathe. Okay. Because these lines I have designated and designed are not, I call them soft stops. I call them soft stops because it's not a hard stop. Once that price triggers through there, it doesn't just stop us out. It has to meet some criteria, close below it, and so on and so forth to trigger that. Just FYI. But again, I'll be going into like more detail and answering any questions people may have about Scalpalytics this evening. We're going to do it about 8 o'clock. You'll see it come up scheduled on the YouTube channel. Make sure you follow me if you're watching this right now. I have so many people that say, man, I don't get any of your alerts. I've been wondering where you've been. I've been getting smacked by the YouTube algorithm. That's what's been happening. So make sure you guys definitely make sure you're subscribed, the bells clicked, all that good stuff if you want to see my content on a daily basis, because I do stream daily at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, I don't have too much to kind of go over from a fundamental standpoint. I will show you, though, the chart that's kind of giving you a sentiment gauge for this week. And the sentiment gauge, and this is just all whack. I feel like this pattern here is no pattern. What the hell is going on right here? This is somebody trying to keep things propped up. Not even going to hold you up. This wild stuff here to keep us above this trend line going downwards. We were supposed to be in this pennant. Very closely relating to this yellow line I have. We dipped below it a couple times. Once right here. Once here. Once here. It's 3 strikes, you're out, I guess. But Friday's end was very sus. Very suspicious. And then we had the little like flat line over the weekend. Now we're getting to move back up again. We haven't pulled past this wick that a lot of people got screwed out of here. We haven't gotten above that. So once we get above that, I'll know, okay, there's some real buyers here, but the pattern looks horrible, bro. Like this looks so suspicious. It does not make sense. Trade intuition in the building. My God. He couldn't say it any better. He couldn't say it any better. So very suspicious price action going on right now, I have to say, with Bitcoin. And I feel like that there's an entity or entities attempting to paint the charts a certain way. But we got to get above this liquidation FU candle move that happened on last Wednesday. That got a lot of people messed up. It came up in liquidity grab and would turn right back around. So we need to get above there. We have attempted twice or once today. I will give it twice, 2 times. Once was a success at 7 a.m. this morning, but not a close. And then we attempted again last hour, but not a close. I'm calling bluff on this, man. And, hey, it doesn't matter what I feel. It matters what the candles paint. So we just have to be patient and wait for the confirmation. Or if you want to be a little, froggy and leap, you can go short right here and hide your stop above this area. It's that simple. You just go short right here on Bitcoin and hide your stop. Literally right here. I don't know what kind of line I just put up here, but you get the picture. I just stopped right there. That orange line. No, not right there, but right there. Round of applause. You get the green line. Yeah, just hide your stop above that. And you're Gucci. Now you gotta, not a market gotta prove it, or they'll lose it. The Bears, the Bulls gotta prove it or they'll lose it. So that's where we are with everything. Again, don't forget to follow the YouTube channel. Make sure you guys go follow the X. We need the X factor as well. Go follow us over there. Let's get as many people as we can over there as well, guys. So come follow me on X right now. Show me some love in the chat room. I'm getting way more motion and visibility on X. So that's why I asked you guys to go ahead and follow me over there as well. Off topic real quick. I got to just go through this one, man. This is diabolical. Is this the direction we're going, ladies and gentlemen? In society, UK man jailed for 18 months for 2 tweets viewed just 33 times. Can't be. In the latest insane case of free speech being utterly dead in the UK. And I got some UK followers, so y'all got to let me know if this is really happening. I mean, not that this case hasn't happened, but is freedom of speech really being stripped from you over in the UK? I keep seeing these types of articles, and I'm just wondering, are these anecdotal, or, what is going on here? Socially isolated man has been slapped with an 18-month prison sentence for 2 anti-immigration tweets that barely anyone saw, viewed a pathetic 33 times. So he said, they say he let loose on X after a deadly car attack at a Christmas market in Germany last December. His posts called to burn migrant hotels and take oh man, in a free speech society though, should that land you behind bars? He's jailed to 18 months for anti-immigration tweets. Oh man, I'm laughing, but this is coming here. If we don't be careful, if we're not careful, this is coming here. Straight 1984 all day for sure. I just thought I would share this, man. Y'all over in the UK, let me know how it is right now with the freedom of speech. And I know Canada, JR is like, Canada's getting there too. I've heard. Silence asks here, Crypto Blur, are you fully in the market or you're completely out? Love your take on the market right now. Great question. Thank you for the question there, Silence. I'm about 75% out of the market and have been since $78,000 Bitcoin, $79,000 Bitcoin. So I'm quite above cost basis of selling, my selling cost basis. I have to say, I'm using Bitcoin as the barometer. So around 78,000 is when I started to unload on the way up. By the way, I'm not be transparent, on the way up to $126,000 Bitcoin. But does it really matter? Does it really matter that I got out before the all-time high if we're still below significantly the all-time high, closer to where I got in? Not quite, but I'm just saying, right? So if you didn't take advantage of the all-time high and selling some at all-time high, then we're in the same boat. Very closely. But I do think we're going to go lower, guys. I think MicroStrategy is the elephant in the room. Silence. You have to watch MicroStrategy and their situation. And I believe that, honestly, Strategy, they bought, just FYI, they've bought $50 billion worth of Bitcoin. $50 billion. So you have to ask yourself, okay, without that 50 billion, where would Bitcoin be today? Where would Bitcoin be without $50 billion worth of MicroStrategy dollars? It wouldn't be where it is today. So with that being said, if MicroStrategy has to sell any of it, then we know that the price of Bitcoin is going to be lower than where it is today, because we have 50 billion already priced into today's Bitcoin price, if that makes sense. So there's an asymmetrical situation going on here, meaning that if they're at any point in the near future that MicroStrategy needs to sell to keep their NAV positive, their MNAV positive, I'm referring to the MNAV right here, okay, which is basically the multiple of Bitcoin reserve calculated by dividing the enterprise value by the Bitcoin reserve. They need to keep MNAV above 1. And I wish I could show a chart of MNAV over the last 6 months. It's been on a nosedive. So we've been going closer to parity. 3-month return on MicroStrategy price, 50% negative. So this is the problem. MicroStrategy is the biggest threat to Bitcoin's price than any government entity, any regulation, anything like that of that magnitude. MicroStrategy, ironically enough, is the biggest threat to Bitcoin's price in the near future. And I don't think they can hold on. I don't. I think they're going to have to start selling a little bit of their Bitcoin. Not saying they're liquidating everything, but just a little is enough. It's too much. Because this is from the camp that said they would never sell a Bitcoin. So if they do sell, it's going to spook a lot of people. It's going to spook other Bitcoin treasury companies. It's going to spook. It's going to cause an issue, a ripple, no pun intended, in the Bitcoin psychology. And therefore, you're going to get a rollover and additional sell pressure down to, I personally, we have to watch 82K. We break 82, we got to watch 73. And then 63. But I'm not going all the way down here. There are calls for $10,000 Bitcoin. Hey, it's possible if things really cascade and start to snowball, it could. Why did Saylor buy tops? Because it's okay. The reason he bought top, I don't even fully blame him too much for buying tops. It's more of the nature of his structuring of getting debt to buy Bitcoin. So you kind of it's easier for you to buy more Bitcoin with other people's money when Bitcoin is going up, right? So if Bitcoin is rallying, I can go out into the market. I'm saying, Michael Saylor, look, guys, Bitcoin's going crazy. Buy some of this MicroStrategy stock and we'll go buy the Bitcoin and you'll get an XYZ multiple on your Bitcoin. So that's kind of where you get that rinse and repeat. He just kept doing that for the most part. It's harder to convince people to buy your class A shares or your common stock shares when Bitcoin is going the opposite way, going the wrong direction. You're going to get less demand for your debt. So that's kind of why you got the rinse and repeat of buying the tops. And that's a recipe for disaster. Over time, you don't have unlimited money. You may have a hell of a lot of money, but you don't have unlimited. So as you buy the tops, as you continue to buy on the rallies, they've bought a couple of times on the dips, but very few. Most have been on rallies. Guess what happens to that dollar cost average basis price? It comes up. It keeps being pulled up and up and up and up. And that's what I said. For many years, people are like, well, their dollar cost average is $30-something thousand Bitcoin. Well, it was. Ain't no more. I don't know. Average trading volume. Let's see if we can find average price. Do you guys see it on the screen? Let's see. I don't see it. Yeah, I'm not seeing average price. Somebody help me out. MSCR, Bitcoin. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody can search it really quickly. Somebody search that really quickly and let us know in the chat room. We pump like the nose candy man. Shout out to Hills and Bars. Again, don't forget tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. I'm doing an AMA. Come join in. Bloodalytics, the Scalpalytics team. I'm going to be doing an AMA, Ask Me Anything session tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the channel. Come join me. Mark your calendar. Put it in your Android, your Apple. Notification. Do whatever you need to do, because I know we all know who ain't going to tell you, and that's YouTube. So definitely come join us this evening for that. Answer any questions you may have about Scalpalytics Pro and how to use it and abuse it. We'll talk about Moonalytics as well. Any of the systems available. I'll tell you about the upcoming updates. The updates for the new year, I should say, for Bloodalytics, and how the system is going to the way you pretty much kind of like purchase your systems are going to change a little bit. You'll start to be able to purchase what's called these signal packs for various, and it's going to be a broader variety of markets you'll be able to apply this same strategy to. So you spend a 1 month one cost for the signal service, and then you can add on packs, which then expands your reach into other markets as well, so in other pairs within crypto too. So just that's going to be switched up here, and I'll talk about that on tonight's episode as well. But it looks like we're starting to roll over, move over. We are heading lower now on this Bitcoin, on this Ethereum long. As you see, we've been flopping and groping today. It's a holiday week. You got to understand, any holiday week. Same thing happened with Thanksgiving. Holiday weeks, you're going to have choppiness. It's going to be low volume. So you want to keep your trading sizes fairly low. All right. We're currently down just a couple $100. Nothing too bad. I'm trading it light. Trading it light right now. Trading it light, my friend. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be glad to answer them. Be glad to answer them for you. Who else we got in the building today? Hyben says here, Hyben says this current market is the best example of taking the elevator down and taking the stairs up. Yeah, true. Sailor buys tops because he can get a tax credit for his losses from the government. I'm I'm not, I mean, you probably are right. I don't know too much about the tax harvesting, the losses like that. So I'm not sure, I'm not an expert on the tax part of this, how corporate tax especially is more so what I'm talking about. I'm not sure how corporate tax work. Not sure. But it's a possibility. But again, he's got a complicated situation, bro, Prospector. Because he's borrowed money, and do you get a tax write-off on debt used for speculate? I don't know. Again, I'm not a tax man. I don't know how that works. I have no clue. How we looking hyping on the TradFi side? Let's take a look at CNBC really quickly. It's probably a slow week, holiday week. I don't think you're going to see much. Actually, I lied. We got the NASDAQ up 0.5%. Wow. It's got to be near all-time highs. Yeah. Near all-time highs. And this is the concerning thing as well. Back to kind of your question earlier, Silence, regarding my overall thoughts about these markets. This is another concern of mine, Silence, is that we have a divergence going on. NASDAQ is near all-time highs while we got Bitcoin. It's been struggling, right? It's down. I don't know how much Bitcoin is down for the year. Like 4 or 5% negative. I guess I can bring it up. Bring this chart up. Yeah, we're down 5% currently for the year. And you've got NASDAQ at near all-time high. So that's a concern to me. That is a concern to see that divergence happen where for so long NASDAQ and Bitcoin have been correlating. So what this tells me, zoom in for you so you can see that. What this tells me is that we know that Bitcoin can, in some instances, act as a leading indicator. So, Bitcoin could be telling us something about what's going to happen in the stock market. So that's what I think is happening here. It's telling us what is going to happen to the stock market. Stock market is going to slow down and roll over. It's going to roll over. And so it's foreshadowing that Bitcoin is. It's only been a couple of years where we've been in the negative. I mean, these are pretty bad returns, 2018 and 22. I didn't realize in 22 we had a 64% negative return. I didn't even realize that. But 18 we had a 73% negative return. But the negative returns have been few and far between, period. 2015 negative 1.5%. We talked about 18 at 73% negative return. 22 negative. So we've only seen 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sure. I mean, we do have a couple more days, sure. But it looks like we're probably going to close negative. So 4 times in last 10 years, we've only seen a negative return. So it does mean something. In other markets, maybe not. But in this market, it does mean something to see Bitcoin have a negative return. So going into the new year, maybe we'll talk about that tonight on the AMA as well. Going into the new year, I do have some strategies for you that you could ponder upon. Hyben says, I caught Microsoft on the bear flag at the open, still holding the puts. Gotcha. Man, I got to get into those options, man. Because I told you I built a spider a custom signal for a client, a spider mini signal I built. And she's actually using it for options. So I need to really start looking into that, man, since I already got it set up. Let me see something really quickly. We have hit that like button, ladies and gents. Again, appreciate your attention this morning. We will be back this evening with a little AMA. A little AMA for that ass. Yeah, this is I was just bringing up the S&P 500 E-mini futures algo. This was last Friday. Went double long on the E-mini futures at the open on Friday. And definitely killed it all up the year. That was a nice trade. So I got to figure out how to use it, because she's using options. I got to figure out how to use my signal with options, because that's where the power is. I mean, I could trade just the actual E-mini futures, but if you take a look at this, I mean, this is a 0.6% move. It's a big move in stock market terms. But we'll get that in an hour and a half with crypto. Maybe not even an hour and a half sometimes. So, yeah, definitely need to look into that. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. Slow week. It's going to be a slow week. Take it easy. Don't trade too much on the leverage on the table. Put too much on the table. It's going to be a light week, holiday week. So I advise you not to do anything crazy. Again, join us this evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for a Bloodalytics Scalpalytics Pro AMA. We'll go through the details, how to use it, how to abuse it, and when to choose it. Hope to see you guys there. Hit that like button on the way out. And that's it for today's stream, man. Peace.
Yo, it's crypto blood, Detroit flow, streaming from the D, knowing what to show. Indicators are wrong point, OG since 12, invested in trade, living life like a pro. I'm Rucker, Jerry, and just bloods do. Bad motherfucker in a good way, boo. Got my eyes on the charts, ain't no time to sleep. Get that money, gotta keep it creep. That's why crypto blood, just the toasters on the line. Stacking my coin, got the market on my mind. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum too. Cash is king, but I'm looking for a new move. I know the culture of the markets like the streets. Got my finger on the pulse, can't nobody beat. I see the trends, I see the flow. Got my strategies in place, you know.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay.